Hello, my beautiful people. I hope you're amazing. My name is Edna. I am the People's Bay. Now, as you can see right now, I am at All Stars Motors Garage, which is newly opened. It's located along Greg Lungu Road. Now, a lot of people, you people have been asking, what services do you offer? I'm here to show you guys what we do offer. So please come with me. Pwaku. Vehicle diagnostics, vehicle service maintenance, vehicle spray painting, panel beating, vehicle service parts and suspension parts, ECU repair, vehicle key reprogramming, vehicle electrical repair, DPF delete. More reason why you need to visit us. Remember, we are located along Greg Lungu Road. I cannot wait to see you. Bring your cars. Remember, All Stars in Zambia, you say. Interesting. We're running. We have our guest here, and this is how I love it when the interviews start like this. Yeah, very, very organic. I don't even know how to start.
That's how you love it. That's what you said.
No.
You don't know how to start.
It's because I haven't really... to be honest, I didn't want to do this. Okay? This guy's forced me to do it. And I've been telling them to say, we need better guests. No, for real, chick. I think we should be, I think you got it.
I got it. You got the prank.
Let's go. Oh my God, I felt to prank him. Wait, did you know it was a prank?
No, I didn't.
Yes. We're from the prankster. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Oh my God, I thought you got it. I'm like, wait, the way you're looking at me, you're like...
I didn't get it, but I think I'm that kind of person who's cool like that. In every situation, I think that's how I was trained.
For real? When you say you were trained, what did you do? Like, home or...
Home.
I gave up so soon. That's why you're laughing. So I'm like, he got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Born and bred in Lusaka?
No, Kopala, born and bred.
What's the Copa Belt people? You people are winning in everything. Luxury media, now going to Kopala. Shout out to Luxury. Have you been here before?
This is the first time I'm here.
How come? Who takes your pictures?
Who takes my pictures?
That's why they look like that.
Michaela.
I'm sorry. So, Luxury, they take pictures, they do print, they do everything, they do reviews. You know, so you should visit us one day.
Yeah, I will.
You should, the way you look good.
Thank you.
I was expecting to show up in the inspector,
Voila.
How come?
Kai, when I'm in that attire, then everything changes. It's like a Valachinyao. So even the way you behave, it changes.
But are you authorized to wear that?
Yes, I am.
How?
They are clothes.
Who said they're clothes? That's a uniform.
I am telling you that they are clothes.
No, but that's a uniform though.
Yeah, it is a uniform. My uniform.
Now, I'm being serious though.
I'm being serious.
You see how they say we can't wear the Zambian army
no, you can't.
The camouflage?
You can't, it's an offense.
But why do you take that uniform lightly?
No, you have to look at it nicely and try and understand one or two things.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's got nothing to do with the Zambia police.
Yeah?
That's why I'm saying it's a uniform to me.
Have you ever wanted to be a policeman?
Special forces, maybe.
Special forces, but not specifically that.
Yeah, not really. I love what I do. I'm an artist. I love art.
Yeah. So why then did you get into the character of a police?
You do a research first of all of what you want to be doing and what suits you. So after doing my study, I think that's what I found interesting for me. Something that, because when you are doing a character, you have to leave the character.
Okay.
So it's easy for me to, you know.
Okay. Okay. So from the Copper Belt, what type of comedy were you doing?
Theater for development. You know, where you go to schools, you'd go and do sketches. A lot of cultural dances as well. We used to dance a lot with Watch Arts Theater, Mutende Cultural Ensemble, MCing Theater, just to mention about a few.
Yeah. When did you come to Lusaka?
2007.
Was it comedy that brought you? Was it art?
Not really.
Or you came from greener pastures?
Not really. I wasn't destined to be in Lusaka. I came here looking for a visa because the Canadian embassy was here.
Okay.
So I was looking for a visa. There was a football club that wanted me to go and play for them. So I only came here with a short, my boots, soccer boots, and the passports and the like.
So you're calling me a cooler when we have a cooler here? Are you for real?
Yeah, I really wanted to go and play soccer. So when I couldn't manage to get my passport, that's how I found myself stuck here in Lusaka. Of course, like that's the time when the Canadian embassy was relocating to South Africa.
Yes.
So they were saying you have to go and get your visas from there and the likes. So in the process, I found a job here.
Okay.
That's how I ended up staying.
So from the six-pack, tell me how we got here.
From the six-pack,
How
how we got here.
How did we get there?
On the Copper Belt, I used to, a lot of trainings here and there. I used to do a lot of cultural dances.
Yes.
I used to run a lot.
Okay.
Like I used to run for Nkana.
Okay.
I used to play a lot of soccer as well.
For Ghana.
No, I didn't play for them. I used to play for a different team.
Okay.
And then I used to be found, I spent most of the time in the dojo. So the combination of these three trainings would not allow this.
Yeah.
So even when I came in Lusaka, I didn't want to play for any team here. So when I was playing soccer in Lusaka, I remember playing for Happy Yards, for Super Eagles. I only played for fun. In my mind, I was like, I've stopped, so I'll just play for the sake of playing.
Did you stop because your dreams of going to Canada were crushed?
I was frustrated, so I had a lot of things to say, okay.
I understand.
I started doing art when I was in grade 4, so I was like, okay, so if this can't work, let me go in this. I had athletics at my disposal. I had soccer, I had art. If I wanted, I would have just been a professional dancer. Yeah.
So what type of dance was there in there?
I used to do a lot of cultural dances.
Okay.
Not really the contemporary, I don't know what you call them. But I specialized in cultural dances across, let me say, the big dances that are known. Yeah.
Someone is doing a dance, kamulolo, kamulolo.
Yeah, it's easy to do that, yes, but for me, basically, it's a lot of culture. I understand culture from the beating of drums. I can compose a cultural song.
Okay.
Singing, beating drums, and dancing. So in terms of cultural dances, I'm holistic like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you came with a short in Lusaka.
I came with a red short, I remember, in Lusaka.
How did you manage to build yourself, just to establish yourself now?
First of all, it begins in the mind. Whatever you want to do, you have to believe to say, okay, this is what I want, and then I can get it in this way. So stay focused. It's like in the game of football. You've played football, I've seen you. So you stay focused. Even when it's not working, when you meet better opponents, stay focused. One day, in a ball is unfikira. It's what you do with the game, with the ball.
Yeah. So did you have relatives here?
A lot.
Where did you reach?
Nafikira ku nyumba yanga.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would mostly stay in nyumba yanga and as well as in Kabanana.
Okay. Then now how did you now start connecting with other creatives? From football, how did you start going Manjukuma? Playhouse. You've been to Playhouse, yeah?
Yeah, I've been several times. I remember there was Uncle Light there who did a sweet ripe fruit, if I still remember. So that's the play that I was scheduled to do with him at Lusaka Playhouse.
Yeah.
Like that was gonna be my first time, but of course I was playing a lot of soccer. So it's every Saturday or Sunday you're playing,
Yeah.
you know, Division 3 games and the likes. So how did I get connected? It only takes, let me say, a lion to notice, to say, okay, this is another lion. So it's simple. When I just find my friends doing something, then I said, okay, I can try out this. The moment they saw that, then I did even a lot of auditions with the likes of Charlie the Engineers, Onechi. Those are the guys that we used to do a lot of auditions in so many. Yeah.
I read some always says you're a teacher by profession.
Yes, I am.
How did we get to teaching?
Okay, so I remember when I completed school, I told Dad to say, okay, like I'm done with school. So all I want is now just to play soccer and continue with my athletics career. So then I came here in Lusaka, started like a business while I was doing that, because my head coach by then, the one who was training me from the Copper Belt, Enoch Mlenga, he's now based in the States. So he called me from the Copper Belt to say, okay, you can come here so that you can start training. By then he was training from Nkwazi. Yeah. So sometimes I used to move from Kabanana, run to Nkwazi, do the trainings, then run back home.
Okay.
Yeah. So after that, then I
Is it something you've always wanted to do, teaching? Or it was okay, because an opportunity was presented?
Initially, my first career that I wanted to do was to study theology.
Okay.
So I went to MEF when I was still not of age for me to be accepted in that course.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mindolo Economic Foundation by then, they were only accepting a student if you're 25 years and above. I don't know if it has changed now, and I was 17.
Oh, wow.
I was 17, so I was told to say, okay, you can go back. When you're ready, that's when you can come back.
So did you do this teaching course before moving to Lusaka or after?
Before moving to Lusaka, because I only came to Lusaka for that was way before, like 2005.
Yeah?
I came to Lusaka, then I went back again, 2001, because I did my course. I completed my teaching course in 2004, if I still remember, yeah.
Nice. So you have a class that you teach now, currently?
Yeah, currently I have a class. I studied mathematics, like I did a single major mathematics. Yeah, by the grace of God, I'm one of the mathematics paper 2 examiners under additional maths. Oh, nice. Yes. Which school do you teach? I'm currently at Woodlands B. I moved from Moroccan boys. So what did the students say when that clip went viral? First of all, the students are my friends and they are in support of me. Are you sure? Students, please, in the comment section. I'm very sure. Come and respond. I'm telling you, these students that we're talking about, they support me and they understand and they know me. They know who I am. So first of all, what I believe in, that's my philosophy. Okay. Before I teach you, I need to make you comfortable. Okay. Because there's a notion that goes around when people say, no, mathematics is hard, what. You understand? So first of all, I need to bring you to what you know. Then I begin to now move you to what I want you to know. Okay. So it's already in you, but I just want you to connect from what you know to what I'm trying to teach you. It's easy like that. Yeah. I'm sure 3/4 of the students that I've taught, you'll see in your comment section, they will attest to that. Please come and attest. So they call you Mr. what? They call you Mr. It depends on which angle you're seeing me. Others will call me Sirwea, others will call me... Those who have been in the football circles, they'll call me Spaniel. There's a certain section of students and people who call me the Taliban. Oh, okay. There's a certain section who call me Inspector. Yeah. Taliban, why Taliban? That's why I'm saying it depends on which angle you know me from. If you know me from the martial arts circles, you realize this. Okay, martial arts. How many things do you do? Yeah, I thank God I'm a multi-talented person. I think so. Yeah. Because 3/4 of the things I would do them. That's why I was teasing you to say, because I was I saw you juggling the ball the other time, and one of my colleagues failed to juggle. I didn't want to try because I knew I was going to take it, put you on task.
Interesting. Okay. We need to come and attend one of your classes, like to come on a coffee,
No
like
pressure, you're welcome. And the students will be very happy.
For real.
Come and attend one of my
Please.
lessons. I'm actually inviting you. You should come. I teach you, see how I teach. Then you understand.
Maths, I think. Let's go back to
Maths.
maths.
No problem. Whatever topic that you
But I
want.
hope you won't be pranking my answers. And
We have to, so that you know.
Wow. You talked about comfortability and making your students comfortable.
Yes.
But why is it different with your comedy?
I don't understand when you say why is it different with
I don't
my
think,
comedy.
I don't think your comedy makes people comfortable. The pranks, though.
If you say so, but it's a certain section. There are about 20 million people in Zambia, plus maybe. So if we say we don't think that the planks, I don't know what measure you're using to find that. Because you may find that, yes, there are people who would condemn that. There are people who are for the idea. Because at the end of the day, there are certain things that we're trying to teach you. That's the idea. That's my idea to teach.
I like one. And I thought in the beginning, I was like, I'm sure you obviously, wait, before I get to that part, I like one where you pranked guys like, Manjinga, I'm not sure so good. Mati, ndo funta. Ndo so gonna say, unsiba, and I died. That was funny. I'm like, wait. I think I even showed it on TV. I'm like, that was the first time I actually came across your work before the other one that went viral. Yeah. So I'm like, guys, I came across this. He calls himself Inspector Pamela, and he dresses as a police officer. But apparently, my co-host he already knew of you.
Okay.
No, I've been seeing this guy. Shine. So now I'm like, wait. But no, this is not funny. I'm like, wait, I'm sorry. But to me, this is funny.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
in the beginning, I actually thought it's a teamwork type of thing.
Okay. So, like I said, I started my art first of all with theater for development, where you go like sensitizing the community and the likes, depending on what you want to tell them. Thereafter, I moved into stand-up comedy. So I've been doing a lot of stand-up comedy, and by the grace of God, I'm one of those people who have managed to win the Ngoma Awards for the most outstanding stand-up comedian thank you. For stand-up comedy as well as the skit comedy.
Oh, dope.
So I started doing sketches, I think, a long time ago. If you followed my other page, which was hacked when it was, I think it was about 187 when it was hacked. Yeah, so I used to post a lot of, staged skits.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of stage skits. And then from the time the other page was hacked, I didn't concentrate much on it. I went back into like stand-up comedy. So for now, I'm more of a stand-up comedian than this. I've done the arts from the time that I was in grade 4. I understand skits. I understand most of the things that I do. Yeah, it's like the way I understand mathematics, or the way I understand martial arts, the way I understand athletics. Yeah, these are things that I've grown up with. Okay. So that's why even when you're saying, so how come you don't make your audience comfortable when you're doing this? Okay, so let's go back to the plank that you spoke about. We are passing and then we see people selling. So, okay, we want to teach because people don't.
So wait, make me understand this. You don't plan to say tender, so you just.
I don't plan. We just put fuel in the car. We start going around. Okay. Then as we are going around, because there are certain cases that people don't know, to say this one is, we are doing a wrong thing. Okay. For instance, if somebody came Nakasampoi, I'll give an example. Somebody comes with a phone, then you buy a phone without a receipt. Okay. So first of all, you have issues with ZRA. Right. Okay. Because there's a transaction in that amount which you haven't paid for. Secondly, you don't know where that phone is coming from. So you may easily be implicated. Okay. So people need to be sensitized. So we are passing and then we say, okay, my guys baguli sanjinga. So my second hand. Let's find out what's happening. Okay. So we go there, we find out, and believe you me, watch the story again, you find that if you're really going to investigate, you're going to find 1 or 2 questions that you're going to ask. Yeah. Because truly speaking, like there are no receipts for those things. So if you go and buy those things, you're an accomplice. If the Zambia police visits you, say they are bad people, but they are doing the right thing, which you know, but you haven't done it. Okay, so these are things that we try to sensitize the people.
Okay. You talked about educating, right?
Yes.
So when the first, I know, which one is the first one that you started with? Like,
There's a guy who was on the construction site.
Yeah, an MC. You forgot that part.
I do a
do
lot
weddings.
of MC. Yes,
Yeah, I saw
MC,
that.
Yeah, for weddings, corporate functions, launches, wherever people are gathered.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you the type that dances or? Oh, you can dance. What the hell am I even asking here?
I told you I wanted to be a pastor. Can I dance? Do I look like someone?
Nah, no. But do you really wanted to be a pastor though?
Yeah, I did. Like, that thing is more eminent to me. Find time to interact with my students.
Yeah.
That thing is more than yeah, I'm saying it because, but ask even the students that I've taught before. I think even when I'm teaching, I'm prompt to divert a bit, talk about this.
Okay.
I am that kind of a teacher who says, if I teach you mathematics without giving you the right morals, it's as good as giving a gun to a lunatic. You become a clever devil. Because you'll be doing wrong things that people will not understand because you're clever than them. Okay. So I'd rather teach you the right values than give you a lot of mathematics. Then you survive even on your own.
And you're, I hear you.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the first prank that you did. You're setting and your father informed me. How did you even get? I know you thought about it, you studied it, like you knew how you're going to go about it, but how did you go to the extent, the extreme of even wearing a uniform? How did you come up with that?
So like I said in the first place, we do a lot of research.
Yes.
A lot of research. Mostly I've got two characters. There's one in the police officer that you know, police uniform. There's a female version as well.
Okay.
I'm sure you've seen the female version.
I don't think I have.
Don't worry, my management will give you the clip so that you can see. The other time I was talking to Honorable Rubinda, he was just lucky somebody mentioned, otherwise he wasn't going to know that it was me.
Oh, are you not, like when you're in your character, especially as a female,
yes,
are you not scared of being portrayed as, you know, being homosexual?
It doesn't matter what you say. If I say Edna Nikula, then you can play good soccer. I don't see the reason as to why you should be upset. Okay. So if somebody comes to me and says, this one is portraying to say, it doesn't matter. It's about what I do. Okay. Yes, I know why I'm doing that. So acting is about portraying a character who's not you. Yeah. And the best actor is someone who lives the character. Say what you mean, do what you mean. Do what you're saying. So if you're saying no, let your no show that you're saying no. Not Edna, let's go. No, you're not saying no.
No, that's true. That's absolutely true. If it's a no, it's a no.
Yeah, stand your ground, say no. Let it show.
Okay. So I was asking this question, like, the first video I saw, I learned something because guys in Angaba from Mbozuru, and I learned, I'm like, okay, you need to buy things with a receipt. Now you start
thinking, does your uncle manufacture bicycles that every time mama kuletela? Because if you're having one source every time, I mean, you have to.
So if we can learn from one video, why do you keep on making more videos?
We have to constantly teach. If you can learn from one video, why should we? There are people that have seen that video and there are people that have not even seen that video. Okay. For instance, the time that you saw me in that video, that's the time that you realized, okay, this is Inspector Pamela, but I've been there for a long time.
Yeah, so I noticed when I went through your page, and now it makes sense when you said your first page was hacked.
Yes. So there are so many people in Lusaka, but there are people that have never even seen me. It's like a comedian who will say, no, they keep doing the same jokes because it's not the same audience. Even now, there are people who have never seen Bobo Nkosha, but he's been there for a long time. But he's been there, right. There are people who have never watched him on stage. Right. So there are so many people. So we have to continue teaching in different dimensions. So if on that day, we were teaching about people who sell goods and the likes, the other day we want to teach about garden boys.
Okay, so what were
The other day we also want to teach about the people who are working on the construction site, because we have heard that they.
But how do you even know this is a garden boy? Because that viral video, what's his name again? The guy that was praying in Tonga. Do you know
Oswell, remember?
Mr. Oswell. So what were you trying to teach from that?
Okay, so I was looking at the garden boys and the people, like, mostly. Believe me or not, I mean, I'm only human. You can tell me if what I'm saying is wrong or right. There is the notion that 3/4 of the maids and the garden boys, when they go with their empty bags, their bags are smaller when they're knocking off their.
But the fact that you don't script, and how did you know he was a garden boy?
Okay, so I told you I'm a teacher.
Yes.
Every teacher, most of the teachers are psychologists.
Okay.
We do psychology for 4 years that we are in school.
Okay.
Yes.
So
it's easy to tell and read the character. These are things that we deal with every time. Besides, I'm a stand-up comedian. For a stand-up comedian, you have to be a very fast thinker. So it's like
Dinema told me that.
You really have to.
Like, you need to think on your toes.
Otherwise, it will not work.
Thanks for reminding me. Sorry, let me take you back to stand-up comedy. There was a time that comedians were on the rise of the stand-up comedy. That's when Annie Kansimi was coming in the country. You had these shows in Osaka, Copper Belt. Is it something that can sustain you, stand-up comedy in Zambia specifically?
It is, especially if the audience appreciates us.
Because people pay like 500 to come and watch your people.
Yes, you come and watch us, look at the material that you're giving us, that we're going to give you, then give us a feedback. If we're not doing it, tell us to say no. I always tell people to say, you can't come to a show, you can't tell me to say Zambian stand-up comedians are not good when you have never stepped or gone to a show.
To a show.
You're not the right person to tell me to say they are not entertaining, because you're not going to find stand-up comedians on the streets. You're not going to find most materials of stand-up comedy like now in this country on social media. You have to go and watch them.
For me, thanks for bringing that point out, because I learn about these things from people like IDC and Dinema.
Yes.
They're constantly telling me, no, who's a stand-up comedy? Even though you're not done with your jokes, you see that your time is about to end, but people are clapping. I think that's the time to just leave, because maybe your next joke cannot be funny, you know?
Yeah.
So then wachoka. So for me, I'm like really intrigued. Like you said, there's a number of stand-up comedians that are known out there, but because we don't really go and watch comedy, do you think when you have a sold-out show, then people are depressed?
You have to rephrase your question, because I don't know what you mean.
There's this narrative like, no,
you don't go to a stand-up comedy show because you're depressed. You can come, we'll do what we have to do as stand-up comedians, but after the show, what happens? Yes, the depression will reduce and the likes. So people don't come to a stand-up comedy show because they are depressed.
Okay.
You have to come because you have to appreciate art.
Okay.
Yes, you have to come because you have to appreciate art.
Okay.
And that's what we've been asking for.
What was going through your mind when you faced that backlash?
Which one?
The viral video.
The viral video? I've got a management team.
Okay.
And I thank God that they've been there for me. And, you know, in as much as I would have 2 or 3 people criticizing me, I still have people who are going to encourage me on what I'm doing. And I really have to look at it with a pure heart. Because even before I started doing that, I had to think about it. It's not like we just wake up and start doing things. No. We think about it and we know what we want to give out to the audience. Yeah, so first of all, the viral video, you know, I wasn't even supposed to have pranked that person. Because we were about to knock off that day. That was around after 16. So we met that person when he was knocking off. And then I was getting one of my guys who was going to sing, Lighton, the one who's leader of the Explodes. Yes, their vocalist. So when I was explaining the concept to him, then Oswald passed. Then I said, okay, let me show you what we are doing. Then I got him as an example and did that. By the grace of God, it escalated. When things went viral and the likes, I maintained my cool. I'll teach you one principle that is always there. In a fight, ask any martial artist. When you're upset and you want to use your emotions, it's better you don't fight.
Why?
You're upset, so you lose your cool. You'll not apply the right techniques. That's why I find that when you're fighting a trained person, they'll be very composed and quiet. Okay? Yes. Because then you're going to know what your enemy is planning. You're able to use there. It's easier like that. Yes. So putting all those things together, I think it works out right.
Okay.
When people are talking, first pay attention to what they're saying, appreciate their thoughts because it will make you better, and then see how you can improve and move forward.
You kind of like raise a lot of debates and concern on what is a prank, and before I get to, let me even write this one down. Sorry.
Yeah, about the time, feel free.
So a lot of people raise this concern like, a prank, no, these others are like, good guys, it's a prank. It needs to get in your feelings.
Yes. Learn one or two things because there's always room for improvement. No matter how good a joke can be, you can still improve it, either going forward or coming this side, the beginning. So we are in a learning phase. I'm sure we don't see pranks like that here in Zambia.
Yeah.
So getting back to your question, which is a bit tricky for me to answer, to say what is a prank, is simply getting someone unaware, and it helps us to get their true emotions. Then thereafter, you talk to them to say, okay, Edna, look, this is what has happened.
Yeah.
I've just pranked you. So me, I do Edna's The People's Bay. So I want to post this on my page. Are you comfortable that I should post it or not?
So do you ask the people that you prank, like, are you comfortable if I can post it?
We have had situations where people have told us to say, I'm not comfortable.
Okay, then you don't.
We discard it.
Okay.
Yes, and we assure you to say we have discarded it. The best is you come here. It's a failed project.
People are saying such jokes shouldn't be allowed.
I don't know how much they know about jokes. I've been in the field for some time. I see people saying, I know you end up killing someone and the likes. We do not go out there. Like I'm saying, I'm an entertainer. I cannot go out to kill the audience which I want to entertain. You understand? Mine is to entertain them. When you look at the videos after, okay, of course we edited and they are not there, but I think we have them raw. If you find time, you can visit the manager, Michael OJ, the planner. You'll see, he's going to show you, he's going to run you through, because you're in the entertainment industry, he's going to run you through, you see the after prank. Yes, I think you get to understand and appreciate those things.
I love this. Was it this morning or the other day? I was watching the one that the skit he did with Matero.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, to be a comedian, be for real. Do you need to be 100% normal? Do you need to be normal?
Yeah, you really have to be normal and above normal. I'll take you because if I begin to do things that are normal to everyone, then I'm just like any other common person.
Ash.
If I have a mind like anyone else, then why are you even going to come and watch me?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
There's no need.
I hear you.
You really have to be, your IQ, it's by the grace of God, your IQ has to be a little bit above.
Yeah.
So even in class, you may find that those students who are very good, especially those who are academicians, we call it, their level of intelligence is intelligence A. They are a little bit different from others. Even the way they behave, they are different. It's easier to tell, to say, okay, this student has got intelligence, they're in the arts, from the way they think.
So now when people, like, when they see you coming, now people will know, like, you're in a pranking. So now what are we doing now?
There are 20 million people in Zambia. As we are talking about this prank and this video, even when you broadcast it, there are people who have never heard about you. There are people who have never seen me before. So sometimes you even wonder, even the people that were pranking, like, I've been there for more than 10 years performing as a police cop. So when you've
been doing this for over 10 years?
I started a long time.
As a cop?
Yes.
So now that the time that everything like went,
I think apart from Top C, then there was me, then there was Njombe.
Oh.
Yes.
You're not scared, like, they're going to approach you to say, no, don't use our name?
Zambia police is there to enforce the law.
Yes.
As well as to educate. So if there's something that you feel you're not clear about, easily walk to their office. They're going to advise you.
Okay.
So it's not like it's a brute force. No, they are not like that. People would want to portray them like that, but from my own perspective, I think that's not the way they are.
Yeah?
Yes, they are professionals. That's why they go to training. So it's to train, to know how to handle the people, because they know that they will find people like me.
I was watching, they don't find people like me, wow. I was watching Mr. Oswald. What's his name again? Yeah, Mr. Oswald's interview.
Remember.
And he said you gave him a 20 kwacha.
Yeah, on the material day, like I said, that was around past 16. So I gave him that money because that's the only money I'd remained with. And I told him, say, I'm going to get back. And I went back.
Yeah.
Okay. So the whole idea is we want to appreciate and keep a network. Like all the people that have pranked. Even the other guy, the Tumbuka guy. I don't know if you watched the Tumbuka guy.
No, I haven't seen that. No.
Okay, so there's a prank that we did. When you go and check on my page, there's a prank that we did where we got the bag. And asked one of my teams to say, okay, you give him. Then when you see me coming, you run away. Okay? So we went there. It was so dramatic. This guy gave him the bag, then pretended to be urinating. When he saw us coming, this guy ran away. Now, this guy who had the bag was trying to chase that guy. So as he was trying to chase that one, we caught up with him. And we told him to say, what are you doing with this bag? Because we are looking for this bag. We try and check, even lied to say, okay, there's even a gun. So what next? So these are things that happens. For those people who travel mostly, you understand that you cannot just get somebody's luggage, especially at the passport, at the airport.
Airport, right.
You can't, because you may find that there are drugs and the like. So people have to be aware. There are people who have been jailed like that.
This woman who, they've postponed her execution from Kenya, she claims it wasn't her bag. Someone just gave her to say, deliver this back to Vietnam.
Yes.
Can she weigh about 3 or 2 kilos of snow, and that's how she went.
So those are issues that we have to avoid. It's like in the case of, I'll give an example, the case of defilement. Because they are only about, is it 2 things? 1, there should be penetration. 2, it's just the age. So the rest don't matter. So suppose you are in a room with an underage, and then she just says, oh, rape. With or without, by the time they're coming to prove, you'll have been in for some time. You understand? So certain things can be avoided. So in the first place, why should you even be found in a compromised state with a minor? Because it will take you time to prove that you're right.
What's your take on the defilement cases in Zambia?
It is what it is, and you know, I've done, like I said, I do sing. I've done certain songs about defilement. I don't support that. It's so heartbreaking, because you start wondering to say, okay, why would someone do this? Like you sit and think, these kids are vulnerable. And they are watching a lot of things on the internet. I'm sure they want to try out, and then you take advantage. For me, it doesn't work out. I don't support that.
Being a teacher, how do you always stay alert not to find yourself in a compromising situation with female students?
It's very simple. First of all, I've not taught female students for a long time. I think this is my 2nd year of teaching female students. Secondly, no, not even a 2nd year. It's now 1 year and some months. 1 year, 3 months. 1 year, 3 months. I've always taught boys.
Okay.
And I've always taught them about this. Like I'm saying, you check in your comment section. I've always taught them about the do's and the don'ts. Secondly, I'm that kind of a teacher who gives work in class and wants to mark from class.
Could you follow me to my office?
No, I will not mark your work if I'm outside class. Because if I give you 4 questions in 40 minutes, a period is 40 minutes, and you don't answer in 40 minutes, meaning that you're telling me to say we are taking 10 minutes on one simple question, meaning that even the exam you'll not pass. So in as much as I teach you how to work out, I also have to improve your speed. Because it will not work.
We're in a situation where we're trying to find like the finals, like what repercussions we're going to give these people. In your experience, what do you think should be done to perpetrators like this?
I think the law is okay the way it is. It's about 15, because when you go through the case of defilement, the magistrate court will find you guilty and commit you to the High Court.
Okay.
Yes, so they'll commit you to the High Court because of the sentencing,
Okay.
which is above the number of stipulated number of years that the magistrate can give.
Okay.
So I'm sure if you take for instance 18 or 20 years, I think it's enough punishment for you, because by the time you come out from there, you'll be worn out.
Interesting.
You'll be worn out.
Thank you for applying your profession. You've taught us. Let me go back to the prank. Again, Inspector Pamela. So you said you went back. The guy said you went back and gave him 150, is it 100 much? So after traumatizing that guy, he genuinely prayed. 170 was enough for that.
Okay, so it wasn't enough, and it was enough. I don't know from which angle we are looking at it.
Oh, angles.
Yes, all angles. So all angles in the sense that, first of all, I don't know, maybe you know of any Zambian page on Facebook which is monetized when you post your content. Are you paid for your content?
My page is monetized.
My page is, here in Zambia, your page is monetized.
Yes.
Okay, so mine is not.
Okay.
Yes. And you're the first one I'm hearing that. I didn't know.
Even
that
the Nema's is monetized.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay, man, I don't need to ask my social media manager about it.
Obviously, you get something. If you know that it's monetized, it means that you get something. For me, I don't. Yeah. Please feel free to come and interact with my team and see if the page is monetized and the likes. If I'm doing the pranks, first of all, I'm with a team of about 2 cameramen. I have security with me, and I have the guys that I'm with. Okay, these are not guys that I'm just getting, they are from the gyms. Okay? So obviously they are not just going home. So all that bill is on the artist. And for me, check, I'm not promoting any page, not any company. I'm doing it from the meager money that I have.
Okay, makes sense.
So I also have family and other pressures, but I choose to say, okay, I will invest this one in entertainment. Okay.
It makes sense.
So it's not easy. Even on that day when I said, okay, this is the last money that I have, I'm giving you this, I'd been going around from 10 hours, and the other people that I've been meeting and the likes, the total expenditure on a single day is more than 2,000. Just to do that. We are going around.
I hear you.
With a car with the guys. We are investing in, and the people, my cameramen come from Kenya. You understand? We had to go back. Please visit my media team so that you see the after video of me and Mr. Oswald Mwemba talking. My idea has nothing to do with traumatizing the person. When you look at the Tumbuka guy, I'm sure he was also traumatized. We spoke about it. He cried. He cried.
He cried. So there's another one.
So the idea is not to traumatize.
Okay, it comes from a
but I want
heart.
to have a real and actual content.
Okay.
I can act. I've acted. I've won the Ngoma Award for skits. I understand acting. I want to try out something different. We cannot go around giving the same people. You come to my comedy this time, I give you the same joke. You come again, I give you the same joke.
I hear you. Speaking of comedy, who's the best comedian you'd say? Zambian comedian?
There are a lot. For me now, there are a lot.
At least give me 4, 5.
I can mention a lot.
Because there are sometimes I can never see my zone because I'm asking for us, but we just know people on Facebook.
Okay, so I can give you an example. Do you know a guy called Rema?
Rema. Rema, Nigeria, yes.
No, there's Rema in Zambia.
Oh, this one.
No, there's a stand-up comedian called Rema here in Zambia who is very good. He's a stand-up comedian. So he's very good, but you've never seen him.
Right.
He's not so visible.
How do you spell his name?
Rhema. Yes.
Okay.
He's very good. He will be performing, I'm sure, next week on Friday.
What's happening on Friday next week?
There's a local, it's like a comedy show where we have Shimombi, Maza,
Okay.
King Paul. You know, I don't know if you know King Paul. These are comedians that are very good.
See?
Okay?
See what I'm saying? King Paul, who else?
You know, we have, so the ones who are performing, there's Maza, there's King Paul, there's Shimumbi, there's Shike Mwisho.
Shike Mwisho.
Vamwisho. I don't know if you know Vamwisho. So this is a very good comedian. Okay, you prove me right.
Yeah.
Please check around.
He's also a stand-up comedian.
He's also a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
And myself, I'm performing.
Okay, we know you. We know you.
So, if I tell you, like I'm saying, you look at a stand-up comedian like Rema, he's very good.
Yeah.
Not because I'm performing with him this time around. Please find time or ask around or check his material. Find time.
Yeah.
He's very good, but people don't know them.
True.
Why?
Another
Because they
comedian I
don't
didn't
come.
know of is it Sammy? Oh, we don't come for your show.
You don't. Sammy the Motherland.
Yeah.
So he's more of a skit comedian.
Even him, I only knew of him because I met him.
You know? So him is more of a skit comedian. These Sammy the Motherland is a boy that I'm mentoring, and he's very good at what he does. Very good, very committed.
You keep giving these things names. Skit comedian, shan comedian.
Okay, so my skit comedians, my content to perform like they are performing, they're doing something staged. Okay, up and now they come in the house, they're doing this.
Maza.
Yes, like what Maza does.
Ndinema.
Yes, so a stand-up comedian is a comedian who stands before an audience and cracks jokes.
Then what other? Which other one is there?
Okay. So there are so many different kind of comedies.
Oh.
Yeah, there are those like the one that Shimumbi does, you know, they are staged.
Okay.
That's also comedy.
Okay.
There's also what Bamatero does, that's also comedy. Yes, so it's
what do you call that, non-verbal comedy?
It's okay, so it's skit comedy, except he doesn't talk.
Okay.
Then there's also satire.
Satire.
Yeah, where you interpret, I can talk about you without mentioning you, but people would definitely know to say, this is the people's bay. But I can talk about you without you noticing.
Oh.
You would even tell to say, okay, this one is talking about me, but that is satirical comedy.
See what I'm saying? Satirical comedy now. Yo, but are you not supposed to be in class today? Today is a Monday. You're supposed to be teaching. No?
I'm done. I had this appointment and I have all the time. I can be here the whole day.
Hey! We're going to be here the whole day. Somebody call somebody. We're going to prank him again. Okay, let's prank him again.
Prank me again.
I was...
So those pranks, we are in the development stage, and you know, we have seen the outcry of people saying, no, we don't give them much and much. It's because we are limited in terms of resources.
Okay.
Yes, we look forward to a time when, you know, people can come on board. We'll be telling you to say, come, you do this, we see this. We want people to come on board so that after pranking them, we give them something that is tangible. Okay. We cannot quantify to say we're going to give them this much or this.
That. I hear you.
We are going to give them according to
so
what
from what
we are
I'm hearing,
going to
it's like you're not stopping the pranks anytime soon.
No, we'll just do them in different ways. Okay. So be honest, Edna. Is this the first time in your life that you're seeing a prank? No. Okay, you see them outside, right? Yeah. Okay, so if they come in Zambia in a different form, what's wrong? I remember at some point when we had no... You know, in Zambia at some point we had no slow motion on TV. Oh. So there came a time now when we had slow motion and the likes. So these things, they change, it's gradual. Okay. What people can do is to help us improve, not to stop us. Tell us what we should do best, yes. I think we are open to criticism, positive as well.
Tell us how to improve and not to stop.
That's very simple. I think that's the best thing to do.
I think that is on chair sit up. What else? Like what else? Okay. All right. Yeah. I've enjoyed. Yeah. I've enjoyed.
Thank you so much.
And because here's why I was like, okay, you know what? I think we need to interview Inspector Pamela. There was a time when I was facing like backlash, and I looked like I was a bad person. So I'm like, no. I want to hear his side of the story.
You know, that's. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
You're one of the few that has taken that step, and I think that's the step that we are supposed to be taking.
Yeah.
You don't just, say bad things. You've not heard from me.
True.
Sometimes I look at the story. I thank my Lord because it's a life-changing story. For him, there are other people that were pranked, but they have not received the favor as he has received.
He has received, true.
I listened to his interview when he was saying he was praying, and then the Lord showed him that he was in handcuffs and the likes. We didn't handcuff him, we didn't do anything to him, but he saw that. So sometimes the Lord will communicate to you in such a way, and look at his story. Just the other day, I received a call from guys from Kansanshi, where they were saying they want him to be a spotter.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think the most unfortunate part that I would say is that it's like there are people going behind and asking them not to pick calls from me.
Oh.
So I've left the waters to settle. I asked the guys to communicate directly with him. I don't know if they have. I've not made that follow-up. So we can only wish the brother the best.
Yeah.
I've spoken to him on several occasions. Like there's no bad blood between me and him. That's how I take it, unless he says that.
I hear you.
So for me, I have, there are people who would feel bad, but I think these are things that, there was a time in Zambia when it was a taboo to see you in a trousers.
Is it?
Ask around. There was a time around when we were not putting on trousers. Yes, even when you check back, it was not common. Yeah. So when you see someone in a trousers, you'll be like, but these things are normal today. Right. What is wrong with putting on a trousers? True. We just have to, nature each other. When you put on the trousers, let it be decent, normal.
I hear you.
The nurses' uniforms, before then, there was no nurse uniform without a trousers.
Without a trousers.
So, yeah, when things are changing, things happen like that.
I love that. Yo, thank you so much for joining me.
I'm so grateful, and thank you so much for hosting and giving me the platform. You are very welcome. You showed up. I love the swag. I love the swag. I salute you. Thank you so much to all the viewers. Remember to subscribe. Remember to leave a comment. And please also remember to do luxury photography. Yeah. Luxury media. They do printing. They do everything. Reels, pictures. So please come through. Now, before we leave, you've spoken about traditional, these traditions. What's that traditional song that you like the most? The traditional song that I love the most? Yes. It depends. At the moment, I'm listening to a lot of Mlemena boys. Okay, when they ask you to sing any traditional song right now, which one comes to your mind first? You don't even know how to clap. I don't know. Okay, how do you clap? How do you clap? No, for me, I'm looking at what drum is going to go with this type of a song. So okay, like for instance, if I say the Bemba song, I'm thinking of how is the drum going to go. So, if I go there, you want to dance. Okay, so thank you so much to the viewers out there, the host, the person, and the people who have hosted me. I really do appreciate and thank you. We can only say, pray for us. To God be the glory in everything that we do. True. We salute you. We salute you. Oh.